Greetings. I'm Dave Mayer, your host for The Wine Physician. I have been visiting wineries and tasting wines for over 30 years. Join us as we take you to some of these wineries and share what makes them so special. Welcome to Russian River Valley in Sonoma, California, home to some of the best Pinot Noirs and Chardonnays produced in the United States. We're here at Croix Estate, known for some of those great Pinots and Chardonnays, but they also make an outstanding Zinfandel. So come, the doctor's making a house call.
Croix Estate offers wine lovers a number of relaxed settings to taste their wines while enjoying the beautiful Russian River Valley. Winemaking is in the blood of Croix proprietor and winemaker Kurt Fengay, one of today's premier vintners with a family lineage of winemaking excellence. Hailed by Food and Wine magazine as one of the top 20 new winemakers in the world, Kirk partnered with general manager and founding brand visionary for Croix Estate, Jason Williams, to build a beautiful winery and produce highly acclaimed Chardonnays and Pinot Noirs. And Kirk already knew the name he wanted to use.
I've been with Kirk for 17 years now, and how Croix came about, we were working in the house there at Vengi before the winery was built, and I joined him in 2008. And he came to me and wrote a name on a piece of paper and set on my desk and said, I've always wanted to make wine under this name called Croix. Mm-hmm. And so I said, well, that's an interesting concept because, if you look back at 800 Burgundy, Domaine de la Croix, you look at the church's history in terms of like House of the Cross. Pinot Noir. So this is the crown of what we're trying to do. I think we are now up to 11 different Pinot Noirs. This Pinot Noir is called Kings Ridge. It's off the Deodato vineyard up in Fort Ross Seaview. Mm-hmm. We make Pinot Noirs all the way from Petaluma Gap up into Russian River Valley, Occidental Ridge, Sebastopol Hills, and then up into Tascadero and all those things. What I like about what Dave Deodato is doing here, now anybody who's anybody is in this vineyard. We've got Marcusson, we've got Dumal, Aperture, again, we had a waiting list to get into this vineyard, and it was something that we were very proud of. It sits about 800 to 1,100 feet in terms of elevation up on the hills there. It sits just above the fog line, but yet it's heavily influenced by coastal pieces. With climate change happening, you find Russian River Valley Pinot, in particular in this broad zone here up to Hillsburg, gets a little hot and temperate, and it gets a little overcooked. It's one of the reasons we pulled out of the Bashigubi vineyard because it was just too warm. And so we have eventually just moved into cooler climate sections, right?
Yeah, you could smell exactly. It was the earth and then the berries.
Mouth coating viscosity, weight is right there. You've got this nice core of dark cassis and all the stuff, that coriander.
Yeah, the dark cassis.
Oh my goodness. Feel how the acid embodies the entire palate, right? Mm-hmm. You get that nice long finish, it's still going. And a lot of people think like, oh my God, cold climate Pinot Noir, it's just not gonna work. It's gonna be thin, it's gonna be acidic. Yeah, I can't stand it, right? When you put North Coast on something, or Coastal on something, it's like, I'm not gonna get it, right?
While Croix Estate produces limited quantities of outstanding Pinot Noirs and beautiful Chardonnay wines, the 115-year-old Zinfandel heritage vines, combined with outstanding winemaking techniques, results in some of the best red Zinfandels in the United States.
I love this wine. I really, really do. And I'm proud of what we produce here off this vineyard because, it's a heritage vineyard, that we would have lost Think about it.
Yeah.
We would have lost this opportunity.
Yeah.
The fruit that comes off of old wine Zinfandels, they don't produce a lot, but what they produce is concentrated and beautiful. And I think it's because your root bulb gets to a certain set to where, you barely have to water these things, if at all. But there's something magical about old wine Zinfandel, It's the California grape,
Yes.
right?
Yeah, exactly.
And it's a historical heritage vineyard vine, There's not a lot left in Napa Valley, and most of it's left here in Sonoma County.
What an amazing tasting afternoon with Jason Williams at Croix Estate.
So that's a wrap for today. I hope you've enjoyed visiting some amazing wineries that offer unique experiences and have some great wines at great value. Until next time, I wish you good health and great wine.